loves, and welcome back to Face Over Matter. It's Jalen here, and I am bringing you this makeup look today. This was something that I wanted to incorporate. I wanted to keep everyone in the loop when it comes to makeup, so all my girls out there who have freckles, I did this, you know, kind of inspired for you. So I'm super in love with freckles. I wish I had my own freckles like all over my face. I just think they are so beautiful because I honestly would not put on a lot of makeup if I had those freckles, but I don't, so I kind of play with it a little bit. So I hope you guys like this look. Of course, if you like the look all by itself, you don't have to add the moles or the freckles. You can just do the look, keep it pushing. So yeah, also I keep forgetting to tell you guys, I know it's in the description box, but I just want to tell you guys, the lashes that I am wearing are the ones that are in my previous video. These are the Daisy lashes, but I do have a coupon code of 15% off discount if you use the coupon code FACEOVERMATTER. So if you go to the website, go ahead and put everything that you want in the checkout thingy and use code FACEOVERMATTER so you can get 15% off of all lashes. So I keep forgetting to tell you guys that, but it is in the description box if I even forgot to mention it, but it's there. I know a lot of you don't read the description box, but just wanted to tell you guys that. As always, the makeup details will be in the description box, music details, everything will be in the description box. And also remember, for you music people who want to be featured on my channel, all the info is still in the description box, so don't forget about that. So if you want to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright loves, so my face is already moisturized, well, somewhat moisturized. I put some baby oil on it again, but I am going to moisturize with my Nivea cream, which is my favorite face moisturizer. And what I like to do is just take this step by step and just really work this into the skin. What is something important to remember is that your underneath your skin is your canvas, so you want to make sure your canvas is nice and primed very nicely. So it's just like a painting. You don't want to paint on something that has a bunch of dirt on it, and that's not really something good to paint on. So it's the same thing with your face. You want to make sure everything is nice and smooth, nice and primed. For all my oily people out there, get your good primer. Ouch. Get your good primer. For all my dry people out there, get your good moisturizer. Before you add cakey foundation or whatever kind of foundation, you want to make sure your canvas is. So just for primer, I'm going to be using the Black Radiance True Complexion Primer. If you are new, I will say that you will see me use this so many times on my channel. But of course, if you are not new, then you already know the deal with this primer. And then again, I have seen so many people have Snapchatted me and have tagged me on Instagram, or even in a comment here on YouTube have told me about how good the primer has worked for you, and you know how I introduced you guys to the primer and it's like the perfect primer. Like, I'm not going to promote products that I do not approve of for me. Just as a disclaimer, the products I use is what is good for my face. So, you know, just keep that in mind as you are buying products. But for the primer, I have seen that it works really good for a lot of people. So this primer, it's very inexpensive. It's the real deal. So if you have oily skin, give it a try. Tell me how you like it. And yeah, because I would really love to know if it works great for other people just as it does for me, because this is, you know what I'm saying? Just like in the previous video, I was featuring the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So I'm going to be using that one again today. I told you guys how much this was and that I was determined to get a great use out of this palette. So I really wanted to go for something pretty glam today. So I haven't really thought about what I wanted to do, but I kind of have an idea. Peaches and cream, cause I know that I'm a bean. All right, so literally peaches and cream, right y'all. I'm gonna place that up here near the brow bone area just to kind of set this upper area, and I'm gonna place a little bit on the upper crease, so when we add eyeshadows, it'll be nice and blendable. We won't have any like patchy spots and all that jazz. So the look I was really going for today, I really wanted to incorporate freckles. So I want to do like a full face makeup look and how to rock freckles with a full face of makeup. So I'm super excited to do this. So for the crease, I'm gonna go in with Summer Yum, which I told you guys is probably gonna end up being my favorite crease color. If you have this palette, then you know how beautiful and earthy this brown is. Beautiful on all skin tones. I can even imagine it. So I'm just gonna go lightly into the crease area, nothing too harsh. We just want to really focus that color right on this outer corner. If you need to pull your eye up to work right into the crease, go ahead and do so, because sometimes that really does help me when I'm blending eyeshadow into my crease. If you have hooded lids and things like that, it just really helps you get the color in there, and so you can blend it out really nicely. And these eyeshadows are super blendable and very buildable, so that's also a really nice thing about these shadows. If you really want high pigmentation, just keep adding and keep adding, just blend really nicely as you go. Every key, well, every important key to any eyeshadow look is your blending skills. So any eyeshadow look, just make sure you are blending. And you always want to keep a clean, I say clean. You always want to keep a clean eyeshadow brush by your side just to help you blend out shadows a little bit more. So I'm going to take my nice Sigma E40. I'm just gonna go back in with that peaches and cream and just kind of diffuse the edges of the sugar, of the Summer Yum. I am gonna deepen up the crease a little bit more with Paris. I'm a little skeptical to pick up Charmed, I'm sure, because it's a little bit more cool than what I like. I like a lot of warm tone eyeshadows, so I'm gonna kind of pull away from Charmed, I'm sure, for right now. But I'm just really gonna focus this Paris color right into the crease. These are basically the same colors that I did use in my previous video, but I used literally just Paris and Summer Yum for my lids. So these are being focused into the crease. I take Luscious, which is this really nice shimmery undertone gold kind of pigment, but I think it'll be beautiful for a nice glowy look. Mainly the center of the lid. So I just feel like it gives you like a nice wash of shimmer. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and just kind of diffuse it all over the lid, because I don't want it to be like a cut crease. I just kind of wanted the shadows to kind of flow together. And just go right back into that crease, and I'm just gonna blend the definition back in there. Now if you do want to add a little bit more darkness, you can, but I know how I am when it comes to eyeshadows. I can go a little bit overboard, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip going any darker than this. So I am gonna pick up a really nice shimmery color. So I'm going to pick up Nectar, which is that shimmery shade I was talking about, and this is gonna go in my inner corner. And if you add like some kind of liquid to the shadows, they instantly become super intense and even more beautiful. So with this, I'm going to wet my brush a little bit, pick up Nectar, and I'm just gonna place a little bit of that in the dead center of the Luscious color. So I'm gonna take my Inglot gel liner number 77, and I'm just going to create a tiny, this is actually dried out. So someone in the comments told me to use like contact solution, and it's back creamy and perfect. So thank you for that. So when I create my wings, I like to literally look, because I have weird eyelids and I do not have time to be dealing with a crooked wing and then be mad the rest of the day. I'm taking a little bit of Wrath from the Kat Von D palette. I'm just kind of making it a little bit smudgy. I feel like that would be kind of fun to add to the look, just to kind of make the shadow kind of smudgy, because I told you guys before that this Inglot gel liner does not smudge. So if you kind of smudge it with some black eyeshadow, it'll work the same. I'm gonna be using the Daisy lashes from Southern Beauty. These are the lashes I used in my previous video. Continuing on with foundation, I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever HD stick, well, foundation stick in 173. Putting this in my T-zone. And I'm going to be mixing this with my L'Oreal Paris foundation in Cream Cafe. I'm just gonna tap this in everywhere. All right, so now taking the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay in medium dark neutral. What's really gonna suck is me trying to figure out where my natural moles are. So if they're out of place, oh well, I'm just gonna try to put them basically where they naturally are and then just add extra. New York Concealer in number 25. To immediately set the concealer, taking the Airspun Loose Face Powder. So now I'm going to take my bronzer. You guys already know the Bronze Glow from Black Radiance. I'm just gonna add a tad bit of blush from Milani. This is Tea Rose. Just gonna add a touch of this to my cheeks. And this is a Sonia Kashuk brush I got from Target. I'm gonna take my concealer brush from e.l.f. and dust the rest of this off. So going back into the under eye, actually I'm gonna swivel Summer Yum under there first just to get my definition. I'm going to throw a little bit of this color called Delectable under here, just a touch of it. It's purple, so I'm not really sure, but I feel like it might be a nice. This color called Bellini. I'm just gonna take my little lid brush with this. I'm just gonna put that in the center of those colors. So you guys know me, I love white eyeliner in my waterline, so I'm gonna take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Right, I'm gonna use my True Match in Lumi from L'Oreal Paris. Just a light touch of highlight to the tip of the nose. And of course, Champagne Pop is going to be the ultimate top off the chart highlighter. I'm gonna just take this little angled brush here. I mean, it's a brush. Just gonna add some highlight to the side. All right, so now getting into the moles. Now, usually I would use something a little bit more heavy duty, but because I'm gonna be taking this makeup off as soon as I'm done, I'm just gonna use my eyebrow pencil, which is the NYX Micro Eyebrow Pencil. And literally, I'm just gonna create a bunch of moles. So literally where I want a mole, I'm just gonna take it and swiggle the pencil. So right now I'm just gonna make basic little moles everywhere. What I like about using this pencil is that it doesn't make them too dark to where they don't look natural. So if you want me to be completely honest with you, I want to go dark, so I'm taking Limbo from ColourPop just because it's handy and this is like my go-to lip color. Take it up a little bit with Avenue from ColourPop just to bring back like a little bit of redness. Alright, so I'm just gonna clean up the lips a little bit more and I'll be right back. Alright guys, well this completes this makeup look. This is my version of how to wear a glam full coverage face with freckles. So if you have freckles, like I said before, then this is definitely a video for you. Now I know what some of you might say in the comments, now why would you add freckles and you added too many, da da da. This is, like I said, this is my version. This is what I see when I see people with freckles. Of course, I can't make freckles look super natural because they're not mine, but you get the point. So I've seen this going around, so it's not like I came up with this, but I really do like it. I was really inspired by you beautiful women out there that have freckles. I salute you. I really wish I had natural freckles, but I wasn't born with them. I was born with some moles. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Remember, this is a channel of positivity and uplifting one another, so I do not like negativity. So if you do not have anything nice to say, just don't even bother wasting your finger energy to type it, because I will remove it. So thank you again so much for watching. Thank you all for your such sweet comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all on my next one. Bye.